crossfire. He also has an elite extension. He gets down the mound at 7 feet 7 inches. That's in the 100th percentile.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Marlins here tonight. Lopez, Edwards, Ruiz, Hernandez, Stowers, Jimenez, Marcy, Sanoja, Mack. There's a few lefties in there, but no Paulie, Casey, or Conine for the Marlins tonight, who are riding a 6-game winning streak against their fellow 1993 expansion counterparts. Marlins 44-40. Rockies are 33-51. Not having a terrible year. We are underway at 6:42 local time, Mountain Time, 8:42 back home. Thanks for hanging out with us if you're staying up late back home in Miami tonight. Otto Lopez leading things off, Gabby, batting .332. That is your National League leader, but he has been surpassed by Yandy Diaz amongst major league leaders in the batting average department.
That's okay. He's got time to make that room up. Maybe 3 or 4 hits today puts him right back on top.
2 balls, 1 strike to count on Otto Lopez, who's coming off a 2 for 13 showing with a triple and a run batted in St. Louis. Marlins dropped the series finale against the Cardinals yesterday afternoon 2-1 as Lopez swings and misses. Mentioned Sullivan coming out of Wake Forest. He owns the single season strikeout per 9 inning record. 2-2 is hit on a line to left, and McCarthy's there, and there's one away here in the first.
And when you look at Sean Sullivan, he's got certain pitches that he would like to use more than others. One is going to be that 4-seam fastball, use it about 52.4% of the time. He'll elevate with that fastball. It's not that hard. It's 86, 88 miles an hour. You might see an 89, so he's not an overpowering guy. He will throw the sweeper, does have a cutter, occasional changeup. He threw 1 sinker. So if I'm a hitter, I'm kind of taking that sinker out of there, saying I'm not looking for that one. I'm going to look for 4-seam fastball. Because he does have that great extension, Kyle, at 7.7 inches, that means the ball's going to get on you about 2 mile an hour difference, right? So if it's 88, it looks to a hitter about 90.
He's gone 0-2 with the Rockies, losing each of his first 3 starts. He's facing Xavier Edwards now here in the first. X had a really good series in St. Louis. He was 5 for 11 with a double and RBI and a couple of walks, so on base frequently. Fastball missed inside. Count 3 balls, no strikes on Edwards. Home plate umpire here tonight, Paul Clemens. Ramon De Jesus is at third. Dexter Kelly is the second base umpire, and the crew chief, Quinn Wolcott, is at first. Beautiful night for a ball game as Edwards takes a strike. It's 3-1. X has enjoyed some success in his career against the Rockies. A .364 hitter is Edwards in 7 games. There's strike 2. Edwards will challenge.
That's an early challenge.
Very early.
On base. This might not go his way either.
You better hope it does. ABS powered by T-Mobile, and the Marlins are down to 1 challenge left.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 3-1 count. I get it if it's way up, but boy, that's too close to lose a challenge that early in this ball game. Guys in scoring position, I get it, but nobody on.
Fly ball right field. Former Marlin Troy Johnston over on the warning track in foul territory. 2 up and 2 down.
Let's take a look at the defense behind Sean Sullivan. From left to right, you have McCarthy in left. Carrigan is in center. Johnston is in right. Carroll's at third. Tovar, the Gold Glover, is at shortstop. Julian at second. Rumfield at first, and Goodman doing the catching.
Some good young ball players for this Rockies
team. A lot of
team.
young guys.
Here's Esteri Ruiz batting. Ruiz batting .266, 4 homers, 9 runs batted in on the year for Miami. And he's behind the count, 0-2.
One of the things with Sullivan, and when he was at Wake, they love the fastball. Not because it was overpowering, it's the metrics of it, because it gets on guys very quickly.
Swing and a miss. And a perfect top of the first inning for Sean Sullivan. Off and running on this Monday night in Denver. Well, Sandy Alcantara on the mound for the Marlins here in Denver tonight, making his 18th start of the season and his 8th career start against the Rockies.
You got El Caballo on the mound for the Marlins, looking to keep things going, especially the way that he has been pitching lately. See the 17 starts on the season, opponents in 256, but he has been untouchable, especially in June. He's been perfect.
Jake McCarthy leads things off for the Rockies. First pitch swinging, pops it up. Kyle Stowers a long run. Here comes Xavier Edwards. Who wants it? Stowers does. He's got it, and there's one away.
Yeah, Kyle, it's been really weird with all these things that we've been seeing on the outfield. We've seen balls go up in the air, and the communication issues have really not been there for the Marlins. They really have to work on that.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Colorado Rockies, brought to you by FPL. There it is. Rockies coming off a very brief road trip in Minnesota. They lost the rubber match yesterday 3-2. Prior to that trip, they went 4-2 over a 6-game homestand. They took 2 of 3 from the Pirates and 2 of 3 from the Boston Red Sox. Alcantara facing Mickey Moniak, who takes a called strike. And Rockies not where they want to be at 33-51, but it is a far cry from, say, this time last year. Moniak pops one foul quickly, 0-2.
They didn't win their 34th game or 33rd game until game 87 or something like that.
Well, it's been a long time if you take a look back at how things transpired for Warren Schaefer and the Rockies. Schaefer took over the Rockies ball club last season, and by all accounts, he's done a very nice job here in Colorado. Again, a very young ball club. They have new management and leadership and a presidency in the front office, trying to rebuild things, trying, from my understanding, to become much more analytical and similar to the Marlins a couple of years ago, really trying to catch up. As Moniak cannot catch up to that changeup from Sandy. There's 2 up and 2 down for Miami.
While we have a second, let's take a look at the defense behind Sandy Alcantara from left to right. You have Ruiz in left, Marcy is in center, and Hernandez is in right. From third to first, you have Sanoja, Lopez at shortstop, Edwards at second, Stowers back at first base, and Joe Mack doing the catching.
Rockies 11-13 here in the month of June. Won 4 series, lost 4 series. And yeah, to your point, Gabby, if you go back to last year, Colorado did not log their 33rd win of the season until August 15th versus Arizona, when they moved to 33-89. So much better this year. They're 33-51. As Hunter Goodman attacks a fastball upstairs, and he comes up empty, 0-2.
Now, Hunter Goodman, he's going to chase. He's swinging hard. He's not just trying to put the ball in play. He's trying to put the ball in play over the fence. So he will chase, and he definitely will chase breaking pitches. So right now, if Sandy wanted to, he could throw that slider off the plate away. He can get the chase, or he can throw that changeup down in the zone.
Got him. Struck him out with a fastball. A couple of strikeouts and a perfect first for Sandy.
And smoothly. New Dulcolax gummies for daily gut support.
Miami Marlins TV is presented by Werner Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia. We'll score top of the second inning on an 88-degree sunny Monday night here in Denver, Colorado. Heriberto Hernandez going to lead things off against Sean Sullivan here in the second. Worked a perfect first on 14 pitches. Hernandez 0 for 9 in St. Louis over the weekend. But a .313 hitter in 7 career games against the Rockies as that sweeper misses low and in. The Marlins have won 6 straight against Colorado, their second longest winning streak in series history, trailing only a 7-game streak From April into May, back in 2005, Hernandez cracks this on a line down the left field line. That's going to chase McCarthy all the way to the wall. And the Marlins have an extra base hit to open up inning number 2.
And that's what you love to see out of Hernandez, being aggressive, especially with the fastball. It's an 86, 87 mile an hour fastball, so it's not going to be overpowering. We already talked about that, but you've got to do a good job of still getting that foot down just because he gets off that mound. You can see where this pitch is too. He has that crossfire. He stands right in the middle of that rubber. He tries to get that pitch in, but he has a tough time doing that. So as a hitter, you can look out over just like Hernandez did there, smack it down that left field line, and start running.
A good ballpark to hit in. A lot of real estate out there in the outfield. Here's Stowers batting 5th. Oh, he gets hit by a sweeper.
Ouch.
And the Marlins have first and second with nobody out here in the second. Thank goodness it was just a sweeper at 72 miles an hour.
He's laughing. If you're going to get hit, sweeper's not a bad pitch to get hit with. I mean, right.
Oh,
that's
on the upper
really
mid in
nothing.
the back
I thought
pocket.
it was in the back. That's nothing. I think you hit the oven mitt.
Oven mitt right cheek. All smiles for Stowers. Corners pinch in. Leo Jimenez at the plate. And he takes high for ball 1.
I feel like this is a situation where you're telling me about with Jimenez up, maybe putting a bunt down. But with the lefty righty, you got Marcy on deck. Let Jimenez swing the bat here.
Came off the bench yesterday, had a pinch hit single late in the ball game against St. Louis in the 7th inning.
Yeah, he took a changeup, put it right in that 5-6 hole. It's great at bat.
John Sullivan trying to figure things out in the major leagues. And then as pops one in the air outside of first, foul into the seats, into the second row.
When you talk about this outfield, there's a lot. I mean, a lot of room. A ball gets hit in the gap here, and boy, you better start running. And here, you'll see the outfielders play a lot deeper. So you'll get a lot more balls that are falling before the outfielders than ones that are going over their head.
Well, this is a ballpark that often yields more extra base hits than any other ballpark in the major leagues. The misconception is that it yields the most home runs. It does not. It will yield plenty. You can hit the ball well here. You can hit it out. But it's that expansive outfield that makes a world of difference. 2-2 to Jimenez. That is hit out towards the gap in right center field and deep. This is headed back towards the wall. It's off the wall. Hernandez will score. Here comes Stowers. He's going to score. It's a 2-run opposite field double for Leo Jimenez. And the Marlins jump out to an early 2-0 lead.
We talked about it. We were just showing the outfield. It is big. And how about for Leo Jimenez? Beautiful job again, attacking the fastball. You know you're going to get some fastballs. It's going to be out over the plate. He has a hard time coming in. So what do? You look out over. You let that ball travel just a little bit. Get barreled to baseball. Beautifully done there. A 2 RBI double.
And here is Jacob Marcy after the 2-run double by Jimenez. Nice start for the Marlins, especially when you consider the fact that they've got their ace on the mound here tonight. Marcy hitting 196, 4 homers, 21 RBIs on the year. Jacob shows bunt, pulls back. Fastball misses, but Hunter Goodman will issue a challenge. And he's right.
Colorado has 2 challenges remaining.
Well, that's just a perfect pitcher's pitch. I like the thought process, though, by Marcy. Carroll's was kind of playing a little bit deeper. Go up there, try to bunt it to third base. You're going to move the runner over. Maybe get yourself a base knock.
1-2. It's been such a drag of a year for Marcy at the plate. Clayton McCullough was talking about it earlier this afternoon, but they continue to encourage Jacob to just hang with it. Some of the underlying numbers would suggest that he's going to snap out of it. But he swings and misses at a changeup for the first out of the inning. But it's been so darn hard for him, Gabby. He's just having a hard time getting hits. Make sure you score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Marlins, the official source for your Marlins gear. Pick up some of that gear when we get back home early next week. Here's Javier Sanoja. And Javi takes a changeup for a strike.
You're talking about Marcy. You know, what he means to the team, what he does. Like, of course, offensively, he's not there. But defensively, he is. So he's definitely saving runs in the outfield of what he's able to do. The numbers might not be there, but just like you talked about, the underlying numbers.
Sanoja flies one down the right field line. Troy Johnston in pursuit, but it falls foul.
Those aren't bad for Marcy, right? So, like, when you're kind of looking at exit velo, how hard you're hitting, how are your at-bats going? Are you just swinging and missing at everything? Are you staying in the strike zone? He's doing all of that. He's just not getting anything to show for it, unfortunately, for him.
Two 2-0 lead for the Marlins here in the second. They've got a couple of extra base hits here in the frame. And a 2-run double from Jimenez, who's still at second. Now there's one away. And Sullivan with an 0-2 to Sanoja. That's backhanded by Rumfield at first. And getting to the bag ahead of Sanoja is Sullivan. Jimenez goes to third. There's two out now. And the batter will be Joe Mack.
I thought Sanoja was going to be able to sneak that one in, but Rumfield did a really nice job on that play. That's not an easy one.
.41 games in the books for Joe Mack, batting .250 to start his major league career. Looking for a two-out RBI knock here in the second. He had a big pickoff late in the ball game yesterday in St. Louis. Game Marlins ultimately lost, but first and third one out, he picked the runner off. Joe was 1 for 8 with a walk against the Cardinals over the weekend. He takes a changeup downstairs. Could hear a pin drop here, Coors Field. Fastball misses low for ball 3.
Right now, if you're Joe Mack, though, you're hunting a fastball. Right now, the last thing that Sullivan wants is to put him on, especially with Otto Lopez coming up. So get your pitch, young man.
Well, he's had a good June, batting .300 this month. And he flies this one in the air to shallow left. Tovar out. McCarthy's coming in. He's got it, and a 2-run double by Leo Jimenez gives the Marlins the early lead.
EWSAI is how. I just might.
2-0 Marlins, bottom of the second inning. Marlins.tv, powered by Major League Baseball, as we go downstairs and say hello to Craig.
Well, thanks, Kyle. You're just talking about it, the Coors Field factor, and I think everybody thinks this is home run park. Yeah, when they had the guys from years ago with Walker and Galarraga, maybe so, but now it's almost more toward the middle of the pack when you talk about home runs. The key is the outfield is so big here that you get 1 million hits, and there's one of them.
1,000,001.
Everybody's playing deep. So it's number one hits going the last 3 years, according to StatCast. If you look at the numbers, singles number 1 in the major leagues in this ballpark. Doubles number 1 in the major leagues. Hits number 1. Second only to Chase Field. Look at the homers. 10th. See Lone Depot comparison on the right. Lone Depot about middle of the pack as far as hits go. The reason again, the square footage here is 117,800 square feet, or like a Gabby's backyard, for example. It's cavernous. It's 9,000 square feet bigger than the regular MLB park, and that's the reason. So everybody plays back, and you watch first to third, run score. That's why you can't walk anybody in this ballpark.
Did you like playing here, Gabby?
No, I didn't. But I didn't like playing here for one reason: the altitude. It killed me. I always felt foggy when I was playing.
Yeah, you don't like keeping track of your backyard and keeping the grounds either for the same reason. It's too large.
The grass looks the same too in my backyard. I'm surprised about the triples that they're second. I felt like they would be number one in triples here too, just because how big it is.
Cole Carrick yanks that on a line into right. And he follows TJ Rumfield. And the Rockies have back-to-back hits to open up the second as we get you a quick word from FPL.
At FPL, our teams are working every day because reliability isn't an option, it's a commitment. FPL, working for you every single day.
Well, base hit for Carrick off Alcantara means he's reached base safely now in 13 straight and 16 of his 18 career games to start his major league tenure. Here's the former Marlin, Troy Johnston. Batting .315 in his first full major league season. Didn't get a chance to say hello to Troy today. I'll make sure I go downstairs tomorrow and say hi.
You know what? He did well for the Marlins. He had 277 with 4 home runs.
Flies this one to shallow left center. Esteri Ruiz is over. He sits back on that pop-up, makes the catch, and there's one away.
And that's exactly what the Marlins wanted right there. Get a quick out. Sandy kind of settled in after that first inning where he was able to punch 2 out. The Rockies, and we talked about it too, this Rocky team, they can hit up and down the lineup, and they've been having a hot June, especially with the bats.
13 pitches for Sandy. He's collected 4 outs. But here is Karros with first and second and 1 away. There's another hot Rocky bat, Gabby. Karros is hitting .344 here in the month of June. He's 4th in the National League in batting average and OBP this month. He's got 6 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 8 RBIs. He's walked 7 times. 6 multi-hit games. Check swing, did he offer? He did. Nothing at 2.
Of course, he's the son of Eric Karros, who played a long time with the Dodgers. Had himself quite a career. Started looking up his numbers. Over 200 home runs. Oh, man. So I guess it's nice for Kyle Karros to be able to kind of reach out to his pops and say, hey.
I would say so.
What is it when you were going through some struggles? What did you do to get out?
That's into center field. The base hit for Karros. Here comes Rumfield around third, and then he slams on the brakes.
And the only reason why is because he had to stop because that ball was coming right at him. If he would have taken off real quick, he would have been able to score there. But because he paused, he didn't get that good jump and has to stay at third base. So here's the ball right here off of Karros' bat. You can see he just pauses rather than just take off right away. You see that ball coming at you, you go ahead, you start to take off. But boom, this ball gets hit and he just stops for some reason. He's not the fastest guy running around the bases, so they have to stop him at third.
The third single here in the second inning for the Rockies. Here is Ezekiel Tovar, who swings and misses. Sandy has made 7 career starts against the Rockies. Faced them on opening day. Here's a look at the numbers for Tovar this season in 78 games. Batting just .209. Swinging a fly ball in the air to left. Ruiz has got it. May score a run at will. Rumfield tags and scores from third. It's 2-1. A sac fly by Tovar, his 26th RBI of the year. Well, don't miss a moment this season with Marlins.tv, presented by Werner Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia. Stream the entire season within Marlins territory. Watch games at home or on the go and stay connected all year long. Subject to national exclusivities. Visit Marlins.tv for details and start streaming today. Did you ever hit any homers here at Coors Field, Gabby?
I didn't. I didn't hit any home runs here. It's one of those ballparks that I wanted to hit a home run. I got close a couple times, hit a couple against the fence, just none that went over.
Well, what an incredible month it's been for Sandy Alcantara, Gabby.
Well, Kyle, we talked about it. He's been perfect. 5 wins. And what is he chasing? Well, he's chasing his 6th win. It's only happened 2 other times in Marlins history. Chris Hammond did it, and Jose Fernandez did it. So he would just be one of 3 if he's able to get this win here today. It's kind of cool. You don't really see that too often, of starting pitching being able to have 6 wins in a month. And I believe since 2000, there's only been 30 starting pitchers that have had 6 wins in a month.
And there's a walk to Edouard Julien. And the bases are back loaded here for Colorado. Well, the last major league pitcher to win 6 consecutive decisions in a month, Luis Gil, in 2024. When he was pitching for the New York Yankees.
It doesn't happen too much because a lot of times you might have 6 starts in a month, but you'll have a no decision, go 5 innings, 6 innings, whatever it might be, and team either loses the loss for you, whatever it is. But Sandy's been great, and he's been going really deep into ball games as well. He's averaging almost about 7 innings per start in the month of June.
It's a great month. Now he's cut down on the walks.
Yep.
That goes back to the middle of May. His last start probably the outlier as McCarthy lays off a sweeper. It's 2-0.
You can see too he's having trouble here with the altitude. A lot of times too, you don't really get that sweat that you would normally get. Right? It's very, very dry, especially on the hands. So you have to really do your best to make sure that you have the right grip on the baseball. See, right now it's just not coming out the way he wants it to.
And ball outside of first and foul by McCarthy. Look at that hairdo there. Letting it flow. And McCarthy's been pretty good in his career with the bases loaded. 1 grand slam, 27 at bats, 2 for 3 this season with a triple and a homer. 2-1 coming. And he lays off a changeup for ball 3. And bases loaded. Sandy nibbling, maybe having some problems with the altitude. And you just never know what kind of game you'll get into here at Coors Field.
Yeah, you got to pay the piper now, so you got to go right after him here. McCarthy's been swinging the bat extremely well.
3-1. Fly ball to left, hit it pretty good. Ruiz is going back onto the warning track, and he can't make the catch. It was in his glove, then it falls out. 2 runs are going to score, and the Rockies have a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, boy, he played it correctly. He had it. It was in his glove, and it looked like when he made contact with the fence, that ball ends up coming out. But this ball was well struck. It's a sinker at 97 miles an hour. You can see it goes right in and out of the glove. Just could not squeeze it. That's unfortunate, too, because he had a really good play on it. Good first step going back to the wall.
Mickey Moniak flies one to center. Rockies come away with 3 here in the last of the second, and they lead by 1 as we go to the third.
Sunday, July 12th, 1:40 p.m.
Top of the third inning scoreboard is brought to you by Werner Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia. We might be settling in for a Coors Field special here tonight. Marlins with 2 in the top of the second. Rockies immediately get 3 back in the bottom of the second. Rockies have won 10 games when allowing the first 2+ runs of a game this season, which is tied with the Braves and the Phillies for the most such wins in baseball. So here we go in the third. Top of the order due up. Otto Lopez lined out to left in the first. He'll be followed by Edwards and Ruiz. Woke up this morning and Otto's not leading Major League Baseball in the average department, but he's got a base hit here. And then a little bit more as he yanks that down the left field line. Hits the jut out. McCarthy picks it up. And Otto Lopez will pull into second with a stand-up double. I think he was huffing and puffing, too. I think about halfway to second. Oh, a little push of Edouard Julien. Those two go way back. They've known each other for a long time. But about halfway to second, you can see him huffing and puffing here, Gabby.
Well, he knew that it was going to be a Cadillac kind of double. He hits it. He knows he's not going to go to third. But again, just staying on the pitch. What I love when you watch about Otto Lopez is fastballs, he'll take the other way. When you throw him any breaking ball like that was a sweeper, he's going to be able to hug it down that third base line. How about back-to-back innings with a leadoff double for the Marlins?
Oh, it's the third extra base hit already for Miami. 110th hit of the season for Lopez. Auto and X have been pacing the way all season long. As we take a look at our Toyota trend tonight, look at the hits by direction this season. These are the only two players in baseball with 30-plus hits to all three parts of the field. I find that to be remarkable.
I mean, there's a reason why they're hitting what they're hitting and what their average is, because they go from line to line. They don't just go up there trying to pull the baseball. They have their thought process, and they'll, hey, if you want to throw me a fastball, I could slap it the other way. Throw me a breaking ball, I could stay on it. They're still starting to hit with a little bit more juice. You've seen, Otto Lopez, the numbers off the bat, they're getting better and better as the seasons are going too. But just being able to go line to line, you're going to be able to be a good hitter.
Edwards flies one to right. Johnston moving back on it. He makes the catch. Lopez will tag. Good base running and a productive out for the Marlins. And now the tying run is at third. I will tell you a very early observation in this game. The Marlins are struggling at the plate to adjust to the velocity or lack thereof of Sean Sullivan. It's just everything must feel like a changeup when you're constantly facing 95 to 100.
Well, you started to see what they're doing, driving the ball the opposite way, right? So stay on the pitch, right? Don't try to pull this, because if you try to pull that 86 or 88 miles an hour, you're just going to beat the ball into the ground. So let that ball travel, hit it the opposite way.
Infield in for the Rockies. Warren Schaefer's ball club not willing to concede the tying run here in the third.
And if I'm Ruiz, I'm doing the same exact thing, right? I'm thinking right center field for that fastball, and if you throw me a breaking ball, I can still hit it and keep it fair.
Swinging a fly ball in the air to center. This should tie the game. Carrick started back. Now he's coming in. He loses his hat and makes the catch, and Lopez will not give it a go.
He couldn't. It was not hit well enough. That ball was jammed off the hands. Carrick is the one he's going to be able to come in. He probably thought it was hit better too, because we thought the same exact thing. It almost looks like they went back first and then he had to come in. So you saw he started back thinking that ball was hit better, but as soon as you have that momentum coming in for the center fielder, you're not going to be really able to do anything if you're Auto Lopez, even with his speed.
And former Marlins assistant pitching coach Alon Leishman is coming out to have a conversation with Sullivan. How much of this is how careful are we with Hernandez with the lefty Stowers on deck?
That's exactly what it is. Hernandez coming up. You have Stowers lefty behind him. This is listen, we don't have to throw to him. We're going to see if he wants to chase, right? But if you're Hernandez, mistakes happen. And guys, all of a sudden, if they're trying to pitch you careful, they make mistakes over the heart of the plate. So be ready to hit. You don't have to expand, though.
Hernandez led off the second inning with a double and scored on the two-run double from Leo Jimenez. Marlins have 3 hits in this game. All of them are extra base hits. So here is Hernandez. We'll see how careful they are with him. First pitch fastball, tried to sneak one by him, up and in, missed. 1 ball, no strikes.
And that's the pitch, right? They're going to try to throw him in off the plate, but if I'm Hernandez right here, I'm looking for a mistake pitch. You're going to try to come in, you're going to try to do something else, and you might leave something over the heart of the plate. I'm going to be ready to hit it.
2-0.
If they want to walk you, that's fine. Go ahead. Stowers is going to be able to come up with a chance to see what he could do.
Sullivan not yet through the third. He's thrown 44 pitches. Changeup misses low for ball 3. They ought to just go ahead and
I'm
put him
surprised at this point that they just don't go ahead and go to first base. There's no reason to try to. What you're looking for too here is all of a sudden you throw this ball into the backstop because you throw a slider or you throw a sweeper into the dirt. Ball gets away, tie ball game. So it's a weird situation here, especially on a 3-0 count.
Yeah, there is ball 4. So 2 aboard with 2 out. Marlins trailing by a run here in the third. And while we have a moment, let's take a look at some Major League Baseball news and notes. Max Fried will throw a 30-pitch live bullpen session tomorrow. Kyle Schwarber was the first player to reach the 30-homer mark this season. And Bo Bichette made a very emotional return to the Rogers Center tonight. After spending the first 7 seasons of his Major League career with the Blue Jays, he was very teary-eyed when meeting with the media pregame today. There's Kyle Stowers, and there's 5 consecutive out of the zone by Sullivan.
Yeah, got himself a nice ovation, too, from the crowd.
It had to be prompted by his old buddy Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to take off his batting helmet and salute the Rogers Center faithful. There's a strike on Stowers, who was hit by a sweeper in the second. 4-game series here in Colorado. Game 2 coming your way on the air at 8 o'clock tomorrow night on Marlins.tv. There's a swing and a pop-up outside of third. This is a mile high. Karros is over, and he doesn't have a play. Off the bat, I thought maybe that ball would stay in the field of play, but it continued to carry, which makes sense because those flags are really blowing in from center field. Hey, there's the purple seats here at Coors Field representing a mile high.
Have you been up to those purple seats?
I have.
I have not. And I'm not going to.
We can go tomorrow.
No, I'm good.
That's a very stiff breeze blowing towards the left field foul pole. Stowers waits on a 1-2. And we'll do it again. Stowers took a 3 for 11 with a trio of RBIs against the Cardinals. Stowers 9 for 44 against lefties this year as he tomahawks that one foul. He was a little out in front of that sweeper.
just a little out in front of the sweeper. I'll tell you what, though, he hit the heck out of it. Almost 109 miles an hour. That ball went a long way foul.
See if he can get a big hit. He's got the 5th most RBIs during the month of June in the National League, but he strikes out on a cutter. And the Marlins leave a pair aboard here in the 3rd. Oh, to assist the victims of the devastating earthquakes in Venezuela, the Miami Marlins are donating $100,000 to the Global Empowerment Missions Relief Support System. One of the strengths of the South Florida community is how we've come together during times of need. We're proud to support relief efforts in Venezuela through our financial donation while working alongside our partners, community leaders, and others in the South Florida community. You can unite to help Venezuela. The Marlins have donated $100,000. Together, they say we can make an even greater impact. July 7th through the 9th, donate an item at the home plate entrance on game day. Enjoy $5 tickets as a thank you for donating. And there is a close-up look of Javier Sinoja, who he and so many others of his native homeland have been impacted by the devastating earthquakes. And that's a very nice contribution, Gabby, from the Marlins, stepping up for the Venezuelan community. That is a significant financial contribution. Much more is needed, but a lovely gesture by the Marlins. And I will say this, too, for principal owner Bruce Sherman. He's always had a terrific, lovely relationship with Javi, but an even stronger bond was formed during the recent World Baseball Classic when Team Venezuela won it all at Lone Depot Park. And Mr. Sherman had an opportunity to join Javi on the field post-game for those festivities, just to see how much that meant to that community. So, again, tip of the cap to the Miami Marlins for their contribution, and I know South Florida will continue to rally together to help the cause down there in Venezuela.
Yeah, and I know that obviously Noah is very thankful for that as well, what the Marlins were able to do.
Connor Goodman pops one up, and that too will reach the seats. What a year for Hunter Goodman. 25 homers, 47 RBIs. 25 homers, the second most in the major leagues. And he pops another one foul. A couple of days ago, he had a 3-homer day.
Yeah, that was against the Twins. Hey, there's a lot of power in this young man's bat. 25 home runs on the season. We talked about it already. He's actually tied with Todd Helton, Larry Walker for most home runs prior to July 1st.
And that is a fair ball. He rips that into the corner. And Hunter Goodman begins the last of the third with a stand-up double. Now, Rockies sent 8 men to the plate, scored 3 times in the second. They're in business here to begin this third.
This is a good sinker at 97 miles an hour. It's working its way in. Hunter Goodman just does a really good job of getting his hands close and tight to his body and just keeps it fair down that left field line.
And in scoring position for Colorado, here is T.J. Rumfield. Singled and scored on the sac fly from Tovar in the second. Well, you just never know how it's going to go here at Coors Field, and a lot of offense here early. 81 games for Rumfield this season. Rockies very, very high on this young man. We saw him on opening day at Lone Depot Park. He got that big high leg kick. Cutter missed outside. 2-0 on Rumfield. Sandy's got good career numbers against the Rockies overall, but he has certainly seen his fair share of struggles here at Coors Field. 4 starts, a .656 ERA. He's allowed 7 homers.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. Ball doesn't do what it usually does here with being at a mile high. Ball's not going to move as much as what he's used to it moving, so it's going to be a little bit more on plane. So he has to really do a good job of really working the corners of the plate and trying to stay down on the pitches. Right now you can see everything is kind of working into the middle part of the plate, which is something that we haven't seen from Sandy, especially in the month of June.
Two-1. Hit foul. Rumfield, his single of the second, extended his hitting streak to 12 games, which is the second longest active streak in the major leagues. And Rumfield hitting .419 over this 12-game hitting streak. So Sandy coming into the start tonight, the current active Rockies roster was 12 for 69 against them, batting .174 with 1 extra base hit. We've got 2 extra base hits in the last 3 batters that have come to the plate as Sandy misses outside with a changeup. Now, obviously not a whole lot of history between Sandy and this current version of the Rockies, a very young ball club. Nonetheless, he had plenty of success against this group coming in. 3-2 now to Rumfield. And there's ball 4. Sinker missed outside at 98. And there's 2 on with nobody out here in the third. Let's get you a quick word from Doral Kia.
Take advantage of a pricito now on all of your favorite new Kia models. Like a new Kia K5, Sportage, Sorento, Soul, and more.
Here is Cole Carrig. It's up and away, ball 1. Boy, Sandy really struggling to find the strike zone here early.
I mean, really, to be honest with you, if I'm Sandy, kind of going with the 4-seam fastball a little bit more and trying to move that pitch around. The sinker's not doing what he wants it to do right now. He doesn't really have the command of it. But the 4-seam fastball, he will have command.
Good change up there, 1-1. A lot of fastballs, sinkers, almost a dozen changeups. Not a whole lot in the way of spin. So very few curveballs, just 1 sweeper. Has thrown 6 cutters.
And just attack with that 4-seam fastball. Just move that around.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2, 4, 6. And that's all they'll get. Carrig safe at first. Fielder's choice put out goes 4-6. Well, he can fly. That ball was hit pretty well on the ground to second. They do not turn 2. Let's go downstairs and say hello once again to Craig.
All right, for Sandy Alcantara last time out, becoming the all-time strikeout leader in Marlins history, surpassing Our pal Ricky Nolasco, he's chasing Ricky in a few other categories, and this is updated, so he now has 3 more strikeouts than Nolasco. He's 21 wins shy. Dontrell Willis won 68 games, second all-time for the Marlins. Starts, he's 10 away from Ricky. Innings still a long way to go, over 100 behind Ricky Nolasco. And Alcantara actually, 3 of his starts not too bad here. He had 1 bad start in 2002, allowed 10 runs in 3 2/3, and that can throw the numbers off on a short sample size. But the other ones, 3 runs, 2 runs, and 3 runs in the other 3 starts. Tonight, you guys mentioned it, though, a little trouble with some of the command, but plenty of time here.
First and third with 1 out. Troy Johnston batting once again. Well, Troy having a pretty good year. He was 3 for 9 with an RBI in Minnesota over the weekend. 13 of the 16 games here over this stretch for the Rockies are being played at home. So they've got that nice long stretch where they just went on the road for a few days, but now they're back home for a 6-game homestand. It begins here with 4 against the Marlins. Johnston waits on a 1-1 from Alcantara. Infield in. Here's a quick throw to first.
Troy Johnson up the bat. I mean, he's going to make contact. He's very good bat-to-ball skills. Not a lot of power, so that's not anything that, you would think, oh, he's trying to hit the home run. But he does well hitting a fastball, breaking ball, and the changeup. Means to tell me he's just trying to put the ball in play. He tries to use the big part of the field, going from gap to gap, from left center field gap to the right center field gap.
Well, he's hitting .412 with runners in scoring position. And now that's down to .406. That's an updated mark after he flew out to left field in the second. 8 doubles, a homer, 33 RBIs. Coming into the night, that .412 average was the 3rd highest with runners in scoring position in the major leagues. 1-2, runner goes. It's a pitch out. Throw down to second. They've got him hung up. Otto keeping an eye on the runner at third. So too is Stowers. He spins. He'll fire to the plate, and it was executed to perfection by Miami. All the way around, start to finish. Excellent.
Keeping your head on a swivel, and that's exactly what happened there. First, Joe Mack. Great job of getting that ball over to second base as quickly as he did. Then you have Otto Lopez. What is he doing, right? Look at his head. He's looking. Okay, get it to Stowers. What is Stowers? He's looking. Turn the body, fire a strike over to home. Very nicely done defensively.
That's where you benefit from having a lefty first baseman as well. This is our All-State Good Hands replay.
No, you are absolutely right, but it's done perfectly, right? Everybody has their head, everybody has their set, and here's the thing. You knew that Stowers knows at some point here he's going to go, and he was ready for that spin move to deliver that ball home. I will tell you that's a crazy play that I'm surprised that the Rockies were trying to run. Now, I don't know if that was, hey, it's going to be a straight steal, and he just decided to stop himself to see if something would happen, but you didn't have the fastest guy at third base to try to do that play.
No, that does go down as a caught stealing of home, by the way. And the putout will go 2-6-3-2. So Rockies leading by a run, had first and third with 1 out, with one of the most dangerous men at the plate with runners in scoring position. Now Sandy on the verge of getting out of it unscathed. 3-2. Oops, there's ball 4. It's already the 3rd walk by Sandy tonight. He walked 3 in his last start against the Rangers. And now he's got to contest with Kyle Karros as you get a look at the pitches by inning here for Sandy.
That first inning was great for him. He ended up having even 2 strikeouts with those 8 pitches, but it's been tougher for some reason here in the second and in the third. Just really the command is just not there. It just seems like he's just not being able to get a good grip on the baseball.
Well, you were pretty quick to say that in the first inning too. You felt like he kind of, or second inning, I guess, really wasn't all that comfortable.
And you could just see it the way that the ball is coming out of his hands. The changeup, all of a sudden he's spraying that changeup. Everything is kind of staying open. He's not able to finish his pitch. But it's also Sandy. And Sandy is a guy that all of a sudden will, in 1 second, kind of fix that real
Right.
quick and then get right back into the groove.
Sandy earned his 8th win of the season, his last time out, his 5th in a row. He's going through it here tonight, but still a 3-2 game. And here is Kyle Karros. Singled and scored in the second. First and second with 2 outs. Good changeup, 0-1. You just have to be a bulldog when you're pitching here at Coors Field. The outstanding perfect outings are often few and far between, but how do you manage the entirety of your start? When you're in trouble, how much trouble do you allow? Can you get out of it? Can you keep the boys hanging around? And dare I say, that is what Sandy has done, at least so far in this game. His 1-1 to Karros is low for ball 2.
And the other one is too is there's times you have a plan A, right? You're going up there and this is what we're going to do to execute to be able to get outs. Then all of a sudden plan A is not working. You got to go to plan B. So plan B is going to be another way of trying to get guys out. And then sometimes you got to just throw everything out and say, okay, got to just be out there, got to be a bulldog and just kind of grind through this. And right now, that's exactly what Sandy is doing. He's grinding through these second and third innings.
23 balls, 31 strikes, 54 total pitches for Sandy, who finds himself here in a 3-1 count facing Karros. And he gets a fastball over for a strike. Count is full, and now the runners at first and second will be going with 2 outs. Told you Karros has been so good here in the month of June. He's a very dangerous hitter this month, hitting .354. $15 runs scored for Karros this month, 8 RBIs. He's looking for more. Runners go, and the pitch hit foul.
And that's a pitch that I feel like Sandy has to utilize a lot more. It's going to be that four-seam fastball. Now, he did start off this at-bat against Karros with a changeup. A lot of times, starting pitching, you want to get guys out with the pitch that they started you off with in that bat with. So I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden he goes to a 3-2 changeup after 2 fastballs in a row.
Again, the runners go, and the payoff pitch. And he got him with a changeup. No, he got a piece of it. And it knocks Mack back on his rear end.
I think that ball fouled right off the chest protector. He went with the changeup. Oh, that hit him everywhere.
Yes, it did. Got him twice. And somehow he comes up all smiles. This would be pitch number 8 to Karros. Sandy delivers, and that is yanked on a line into left field. Might score 2. It will score 2. And it's a 2-out, 2-run double for Karros, who's got 2 hits in this game. And the Rockies lead 5-2.
This is not where he wanted the changeup to be. It's another 3-2 changeup. So back-to-back changeups after back-to-back fastballs. But this one stayed up over the heart of the plate. And Karros, well, he didn't miss it because it was right down the middle. And yeah, talked about it too, because the runners are running on the pitch. Troy Johnson was able to score all the way from first.
Pumped up Kyle Karros, who's got 10 RBIs now this month, as Tovar hits one to the backhand of Sanoha at third, whose throw to first is in time. Rockies get 2 more and lead by 3 as we head to the 4th.
That's the Lunchables effect.
Thank you, Rick. Coors Field scoreboard here in the top of the 4th inning is brought to you by FPL. Rockies got 3 in the second. They got 2 more in the third. And Leo Jimenez, who has plated the only 2 runs of the ball game for the Marlins, leads off the 4th. Sullivan fires a changeup in there for a strike. So the Marlins 18-6 record here in the month of June. That is the best record in baseball this month. That is certainly being put to the test here in the early going tonight. They have done all this winning this month thanks in large part to a team ERA coming into this ball game that was 2.84. Jimenez just hit that fastball off his foot.
Well, God, you know what that tells me? Well, the offense has come through today. Pitching's been doing it all month long. Every once in a while, the offense has to say it and look at each other and say, all right, fellas, we're going to have to get the scoring going.
Long way to go. A lot of opportunities to score, you'd hope, for the Marlins. Game 1 of a 4-game series. Swing and a miss. Good change up there. 4th strikeout of the night for Sullivan. And the Marlins have deals on deck at Lone Depot Park when they take on the Mariners July 7th through the 9th. You can enjoy 2 for $25 offer. You can get 2 tickets and get 2 12-ounce canned beers for $25. And plus, don't miss fan favorite, the 4 for $44 deal presented by Pepsi. And get 4 tickets with hot dogs, popcorn, and drinks. Get your tickets at marlins.com/tickets. Jacob Marcy batting for the 2nd time. Fastball in there for a strike. He struck out on a changeup in the 2nd. Back to the conversation we were having, Gabby, about Marcy in the 2nd inning. He's probably sick and tired of being told that, you know, there's a luck factor involved here. The Marlins are playing their 85th game of the season tonight. When you are batting on the interstate, that's the last thing you want to hear. But you just hope he sticks with it. It has to, really. There's no other choice. And the Marlins, if you feel like they're starting to lose trust in him, I would think differently, because they continue to run him out there every day. And Clayton said as much. He said, look, we believe in him. We're not platooning him. He's our everyday center fielder. He's going to continue to go out there and play for us.
He wants to win, right? Like when you talk to him, he will even tell you, I don't care if I go over 4 as long as the team wins, right? So that's the mentality that he has. But I will say that the Marlins would love for him to get going here. I mean, you talk about a guy, especially what he was able to do last season. You know, carrying a team.
Right.
That's what he did when he got called up.
August. It was great.
So, I mean, it's there. The at-bats are there. He's having great at-bats. He's having long at-bats. He'll follow off, pitches off. But he's not scoring pitches up at a consistent rate that you would expect from him.
And he strikes out for the 2nd time in this game. This time on a sweeper. It's already 5 strikeouts for Sullivan.
This is going to be tough. You got a crossfire lefty-lefty. Here's a sweeper. Where it starts to where it finishes. It's almost like it feels like it's going to be at your front hip, and then it crosses the whole entire plate and even ends up as a ball.
Sullivan's strikeout of Jimenez established a new career high. Of course, he's making just his 4th major league start. Marcy was his 5th victim of the game. Here's Javi Sanoja. Well, tonight's youth player of the ball game is Isaac, who plays for the MLO All-Stars. And Isaac's favorite Marlin is Javier Sanoja. But Isaac likes to do some basketball and drawing. And Javi lines one into center field. Just past the outstretched leaping glove of Edouard Julien. And the Marlins have their 4th hit of the game.
Boy, this ball was stung. Sanoja does a really nice job of staying back on that changeup. Sullivan's been getting a lot of swings and misses on that changeup. Javi this time stays back, barrel to baseball, drives it the opposite way. I don't think that Sanoja should be trying to steal here with 2 outs.
And down 3.
And down 3 with Joe Mack up, a lefty-lefty.
It ain't going to matter. Shallow fly ball center field. And the inning is over. Still 5-2 Rockies. Now back here at Coors Field, game 1 of a 4-game series between the Marlins and the Rockies. And that youngster has his portrait of Dinger signed by the Purple Dinosaur himself. And Sandy has won every decision here in June. He's going to need his offense to help him here tonight. Edouard Julien yanks this into right. That's down for a base hit. It's the 7th hit of the ball game for the Rockies. It's another extra base hit. 4th extra base hit for Colorado. Their 4th double.
Man, right now, Colorado, just everything they're hitting is finding some grass, too. This ball not hit really hard either. Not even 80 miles an hour off the bat, off the end, but hits it in the right spot. It's crazy because we haven't been seeing Sandy like this.
Right.
I mean, we've seen Sandy this whole entire month be basically unhittable.
Jake McCarthy
Double
lines
play.
one to second. Here's the throw to second and a double play. That'll help him out. It's our Doral Kia double play. Here's another look.
Ah, perfect. That's exactly what Sandy needed right there. This ball gets stung. Edwards is able to make a snagging play, but not only that. Julien at second base, he started to go towards third, realizes that ball is going to be caught. Lopez does a nice job of getting over to second to finish that double play.
Yeah, and so they erased the leadoff double on the double play. Here's Moniak. That was just the 3rd pitch of the inning by Sandy. "5-2 Rockies." Ball 1. Sandy is getting a taste of everything the Coors Field has to offer here tonight. Hit fairly deep, and there is Hernandez, and that is a 5-pitch bottom of the 4th for Sandy.
Wells Fargo, terms apply.
Well, join us for Top Gun Day on Sunday, July 12th at 1:40 when the Marlins take on the Guardians. A special ticket package will include an exclusive Top Gun cap. You can get your tickets at marlins.com/Top Gun.
I love that hat. It's a very cool hat.
5th inning scoreboard is brought to you by Werner Hoffman, Greg and Garcia. Otto Lopez, fly ball in the air, deep right field, way back, gone. Otto Lopez with a leadoff homer here in the 5th. His 7th of the year. It's his 2nd extra base hit of the ball game, and that pulls the Marlins to within a pair of runs. Just kept on going.
Well, Kyle, when they're successful, that's what they're doing. They're driving the ball the opposite way, and Otto Lopez is showing his team this is how you do it. Beautiful. Outside fastball, elevated, stays on it, and shows off that opposite field power. How about that?
Cleared it by a good margin out there, too. Remember those clear panels years ago? Back in your day, Gabby, they were not there. Actually, that was, I don't know. Obviously, they used to not be there. Were they there when you played, though?
They were there.
Were they? That used to be a very short fence. You can see the old fence out there. Now it's a high wall to keep more balls in the ballpark because, and we had talked about this earlier, Coors Field doesn't allow too many homers, but before that high wall was out there in right center, ooh baby, fly balls would just sneak over the fence. Edwards lines one into right. He follows up the Lopez homer with a base hit. Marlins have a little something cooking here in the 5th. Well, the homer by Otto Lopez is another Marlins home run for healthcare, brought to you by Leon Medical Centers. Each Marlins homer this season means a donation to the League Against Cancer, delivering free care in South Florida. And another home run this month for the Marlins, who have utilized the long ball this month more so than any other month this season. And good for Otto with a home run out of the leadoff spot. And Edwards with a base hit, and here comes Olon Leishman for the 2nd time in this game.
Right now, Marlins are looking as they can kind of get something going here. Ooh, tie this ball game up. See if Sandy can continue doing what he did last inning. Get some quick outs.
Marlins are 1 win away from tying the 2023 ball club, who won 19 games in a month. Marlins trying to win 19 games here in the month of June, but they're going to have to do it the hard way here tonight. We're trailing 5-2. Now it's 5-3 as Sullivan bounces one to first. Marlins trying to become the 3rd team in the major leagues this season to secure at least 19 wins in a month.
And with Ruiz is up, look how they're playing him too. If you look at where the Marlins have been successful, it's driving the ball the opposite way.
Goodman has got that. There's one away. Pretty good changeup to hit too for Ruiz.
Yeah.
So here comes Heriberto Hernandez. He doubled in the second. He's 1 for 1 in this game. He also drew a walk in the third. StatCast powered by Google Cloud. Look at the extra base hits, 13 of them this season for Heriberto.
He's showing off some power too. 8 home runs, has a triple. Everything basically center field to pull side. And he's been a lot more aggressive, especially since he's on his return, of being more aggressive, especially early on, trying to catch the ball out in front.
Well, Sullivan pitched around him in the third. Pitched around him in the third because the Rockies at the time with 2 outs wanted the lefty-lefty matchup with Stowers on deck, and it did indeed prove to be the prudent decision.
Hernandez was trying to do some damage there. Thought it was a fastball, ends up getting the changeup. You could tell he was looking to see if he can tie this ball game up real quick.
Make sure you stay tuned till the 7th inning for the stretch, brought to you by Celsius Energy Drinks. Craig should have plenty of energy after sucking down whatever that concoction was before the game.
He's hydrated.
That's right.
He's very hydrated.
Yeah, another throw over to first. That's the second disengagement.
And there's probably some vitamins and stuff in there too.
Beets. They carry a lot of vitamins.
They do. There he goes.
Look at him.
Oh, there's stuff on the bottom of that
God,
too. You need to even shake it up. He knows that we're looking at him too. Shake it up, Craig. That was gross.
There goes Edwards. The pitch is taken for a strike. The throw to second is high and not in time. So Hernandez kind of sacrifices himself there for the better, taking a strike. It was a high strike, but Edwards with his 13th stolen base of the year.
Well, now all of a sudden the Marlins have a guy in scoring position.
That was kind of a veteran decision there by Hernandez not to pull the trigger.
Yeah, he was taking off first move. I think also too Hernandez probably thought it was a ball. I mean, that's catching just barely the top of the zone. But he also knows that when you're facing a guy like Sullivan, he's not going to blow you away with the fastball.
Well, no, he has no velo. He also takes forever to get to the plate, which is why I would suggest, I wonder if Edwards is even thinking about stealing third here at some point.
And the way that he throws too, right? It's a crossfire.
It takes a long time.
Jerky. It's a lot for him to do.
There's a lot happening here. Boy, it's just such a change of pace because he cannot break a glass pane right now. I mean, that's unbelievable. Look at some of those velocities.
The average fastball velocity right now is not even 87 miles an hour.
Oof.
Well, that's the one that he wanted to. Got the fastball that he was looking for, just missed it. Just a clip underneath. Fouls it straight back.
Paul Clemens, the home plate umpire, no worse for wear.
Yeah, he wore this one right off the chest protector, didn't he? Ooh.
Right shoulder.
Ouch. That's Hernandez saying, now you can't call a strike on me.
Right. Jeez. He's saying, yeah, pounded me in the right shoulder. So Hernandez has seen 6 pitches here from Sullivan. He's fouled off the last 2. And another 2-2 coming. Swinging a fly ball to center. And the catch is made by Carrig. Edwards tags and goes to third. And he is there now with 2 outs, and Kyle Stowers will get another shot.
Yeah, that was a nice job, though, by Xavier Edwards. Usually in those type of situations, a ball hit to the outfield, what do they tell the base runner to do? You want to gain ground. This is the big leagues. You hit a fly ball to center field, you're going to probably be able to make that catch 100 out of 100 times. So what did he do? He read it, said, okay, that's far enough. Let me go ahead and tag up. Now you're at third with 2 outs. So a pass ball, anything in the dirt, you can try to sneak another run across.
Changeup misses low on Stowers, who's 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the second. Struck out on a cutter in the third. Sullivan has 5 strikeouts in this game. 2-0.
Here's Stowers. You're looking for that fastball down and in. He's given to a couple of times in his at-bats.
3-0. And Leo Jimenez is waiting on deck.
I'm not going to be giving him the green light. Lefty, lefty. Go ahead. I want Jimenez to be able to come up.
Not sure about what this might be. His last batter of the game. Swing and a miss. He had the green light. There's activity in the Rockies bullpen. There's a right-handed hitter on deck. I'm sure Warren Schaefer would love to get Sullivan through this game, or at least through this 5th inning, obviously. Give him a chance to win his first major league game.
Yeah, but I agree with you. I think this is going to be it for him.
Victor Vodnik, the veteran right-hander, loosening. There's ball 4 to Kyle Stowers. I think Warren Schaefer,
and there he
is going to come out and get Sullivan, and he will. He's going to be peeved. He doesn't have a chance to win it. He gets 2 outs here in the 5th, but can't get the elusive third. Tying man on board. We'll step aside here on Marlins TV.
Freshly made, always available every single day.
Back here in Denver, Griffin Conine is going to pinch hit for Leo Jimenez here in the 5th inning. 2 men on base for the Marlins with 2 outs. And it's time to flash back to August 27th of 2024. In the top of the 6th inning here at Coors Field, Griffin Conine with his first major league hit, much to the delight of his dad. It went for a triple off the former Marlin, Cal Quantrill.
You gotta love it. And his pops is over there looking at it going, hey, you got it. That ball's got to be out of here. Come
this
on.
One, and that one was the double off Tyler Kinley in the top of the 9th. So Griff will pinch hit for Jimenez, who ends his night 1 for 2 with a 2-run double in the 2nd. And Clayton calls on his lefty stick to face the right-handed throwing Victor Vodnik.
How about the numbers, too, that his pops, Jeff Conine, put up here at Coors Field? He had 407, and so 7 home runs, 10 doubles. Right now, Griff is saying, just give me one of those that you have left, Pops.
Well, Vodnik having a rough year. High drive right field. Away back. Whoa! Off the facing of the 3rd deck for Griffin Conine, who smashes one out of here to give the Marlins the lead. Take that, Pops.
Well, I guess if you're Conine, you just love hitting this ballpark. My goodness.
How about the decision by Clayton McCullough to pinch hit?
Clayton McCullough knew exactly what was going on and who he was going to use in this ballpark to do what he needed to be done.
Wow.
Wow.
That was nearing Jesus Sanchez territory.
That ball was 110 miles an hour off the bat, obliterated. 433 feet.
A 433-foot home run means baseball fans can score too. Unlock your free 20-ounce Baja Blast by registering now at BajaBlastHomeRuns.com. Wow. Yikes. Marcy grounds out to second. Plenty of damage done for the Marlins here in the top of the fifth. They score 4 times. They lead 6-5. Griffin Conine off the bench in a pinch. Get a good look, young man. Wow. That thing was destroyed. 6-5 Marlins. We're halfway home. Grand slam! Welcome back to Coors Field. Marlins leading 6-5, and that Griffin Conine homer, another for healthcare, brought to you by Leon Medical Centers. Each Marlins homer this season means a donation to the League Against Cancer, delivering free care in South Florida. We said if Sandy's going to win his 6th consecutive decision here in the month of June, the Marlins were going to have to do it the hard way here tonight. How about a pair of homers in the 5th inning? The first career leadoff homer by Otto Lopez, and as you might imagine, the longest ball hit by Griffin Conine in his career.
That said 433. I'm going to say no to that one. That's got to be more than that. Where that ball hit, there's no way that's only 433.
Well, there's a hardware store down the road. You and I can go grab 500 feet worth of tape measures and we'll do it ourselves tomorrow.
I mean, look where this ball hits.
It hits off the facing of the third
deck.
Of
the third deck. You're telling me that's only 433? No chance. No chance.
Because Sanchez's was what, like 496?
495 or 496, and it was, yeah.
That was his territory, though. So the longest batted ball of Conine's career. His 3 longest have come here at Coors. It's the first pinch hit homer of his career. Broken bat, fly ball to left. And Goodman flies out to Ruiz for the first out. Time for our Ocean Bank Making Waves Miami Marlins minor league report. And this one takes us to Beloit, where last night Brandon Compton was 2 for 3 with a double, a homer, 2 RBIs, and a couple of runs scored. The 11th ranked prospect for the Marlins, hitting 300 in June with 9 homers, 21 RBIs, and an OPS just south of 1100. Here's TJ Rumfield. He takes a strike. So if Sandy records 2 outs here in the 5th, 2 more, he will be in line for a victory. Just hang around. Just do your part.
And we talked about it earlier too, right? Every once in a while, the pitching has been doing it this whole entire month. Hitters need to step up, especially when things aren't going the pitcher's way. So far, so good for the Marlins.
One just missed outside. 2-1 the count on Rumfield. There's 1 for 1 tonight with a run scored. Scored on a sac fly in the 2nd. Walked in the 3rd.
And now you're Sandy, you got to get right back in the zone. And you want to get back into that dugout because the boys are swinging it right now.
Came right after him with a fastball.
That's the pitch. That 4-seam fastball. He's able to control it. He's able to move it around. Sometimes we said it. You got to just kind of throw away everything and say, you know what, this is the best pitch that I've been throwing today, and I have to just continue to utilize it.
(3-2) on the ground is 2nd. Nicely done by Sandy. 2 out. Make sure you get the best of Marlins baseball with a season ticket membership, exclusive events, player access, and savings on tickets, merch, and concessions. You can learn more at marlins.com/members. Well, there's no better time to become a Marlins member than right now. If you're not, you can still join and you can enjoy some really good baseball this summer. Here is Cole Carrig. Plays a little center field, can play a little shortstop. 24-year-old out of Modesto, California. Went to San Diego State. Second-round draft pick a few years back in 2023. Swing and a miss. This young man forced his way to the major leagues. 57 games with AAA Albuquerque this year. He had 338 with 6 homers, 42 RBIs, and he had 30 stolen bases in 57 games. And the Rockies finally said, enough's enough. You can come up here and hang out with us. He's making the most of his opportunity as well.
He's done nothing but hit in the minor leagues. You look at his total in the minor leagues, hitting 283, 43 home runs in 4 minor league seasons.
330 plus games. I mean, those are good numbers.
Yeah. That's just not a small sample size.
No.
He was playing.
Total burner when he gets on. But he strikes out here on a fastball in a perfect bottom of the 5th for Sandy, who is now in line for a victory.
And no activation fees. Get that more for your money feeling. Only at Metro.
Well, we sure do hope you join us on Marlins.tv this season. And if you do, you have access to a ton of exclusive content. The on-the-road segments with Kelly Sacker are a total hit. Jeremy Tachet's done a lovely job with his segments as well. And Jack McMullen is really doing some deep dives with some of these guys. Some of the nitty-gritty, the analytics, some of the numbers, some of those underlying numbers. There's Jackie Kelly. One person paying attention, the other is not.
Well, the other one just got caught, so now she's putting it away. Oh, she doesn't care. You're back on. Gotta finish the tweet. She's wondering what we're saying.
6'5" Marlins. Sanoja shoots one to right. Going back, Troy Johnson. He's not going to get there. It's over his head. Avi Sanoja has another base hit. That's his second of the ball game. Another extra base hit for the Marlins.
The Boys are swinging it right now. Talked about it. Let him get back into that dugout. Let him get back with the bats. Really nice job there by Sanoja. Gets the 4-seam fastball and drills it. Troy Johnson came in on it just a little bit. Ball's able to get over his head. Sanoja easily making it into second.
There are no such thing, and there is no such thing as too many runs here at Coors Field. Here's Joe Mack, who's 0 for 2 tonight. If you get a leadoff double here, you better find a way to cash it in. And the Marlins have been very good in these situations this year. Find a way to get them over, find a way to get them in. Mack swings right through a slider from Vodnik. It's 1-1. So the goal here, as you've alluded to, is just pull something on the ground to the right side, right?
Yeah, I mean, especially early on in the at-bat before you get to 2 strikes, you can try to power something, but you want to try to pull this baseball.
Shoots that one the other way.
The problem that you have, though, is that Vodnik, he throws pretty hard. This 97, 98, 99 mile an hour fastball. He's got a really good slider. We've already seen that one. He'll throw a changeup. Those are his 3 main pitches.
Vodnik's been around since 2023. 26-year-old out of Whittier, California. He was good last year. 52 appearances, a 3.02 ERA. Fly ball shallow right center. Who's going to get there? And Troy Johnson does. Fires one into third with Sanoja bluffing a tag at second.
Joe Mack tried to do it, just got a little underneath that one.
Joe was 1 for 8 in St. Louis, now 1 for 11 on this road trip.
Yeah, but he did have a huge pickoff.
Yeah, now 5 for his last 27 at the plate. That'll bring Otto Lopez to the plate, who clobbered his first ever leadoff homer in the 5th. It went to the opposite field. We'd love to show you this homer again, and we will do so in StatCast form.
Just a beautiful swing. Got an elevated fastball, stayed on it, didn't try to pull in. We've talked about Otto Lopez. Fastballs, he's driving the opposite way. This one, solo home run going 394 feet. Now the Otto Lopez, you're looking for that 97, 98 mile-an-hour fastball here.
Otto is 0 for 3 against Vodnik in his career.
If I'm up there, I'm looking for fastball, only fastball.
There's the fastball.
The catcher's challenge the pitch.
Yeah, we have a challenge. It's
Yeah,
either 3-0 or 2-1.
No, it's going to be 2-1. This is a strike.
Okay.
Call
2-1.
Colorado has 2 challenges remaining.
It's the second one for Goodman today. 2 for 2 for him.
Marlins lost the challenge in the 1st. Weak swing and a miss, 2-2.
That's what's tough when you start to all of a sudden look for 97, 98. You get a 90 mile-an-hour slider. Otto Lopez went chasing for it. Now you got to get him back up in the zone.
Ball 3. Lopez has not faced Vodnik since last season. He has 3 times in his career grounded out the 3rd. Shoots this one up the middle. Julian had him played perfectly at 2nd. Sanoha goes to 3rd, and there's 2 away. So a chance for Xavier Edwards now. So Sandy starting tonight. Yuri will start tomorrow. Coverage begins at 8:30. Max Meyer will go Wednesday. Marlins are TBA for the Thursday matinees. Edwards hits one foul. Owen Casey has stepped out to the on-deck circle for Miami. He and Mr. Vodnik have a little bit of history.
Right now you're looking for X, though, to get the job done here. Get going.
Behind the bag at 2nd. Throw to 1st. Did he keep his foot on the bag? Rumfield did. And the inning is over. Nothing across for the Marlins here in the 6th inning. They got the leadoff double from Sanoha. Couldn't cash it in. Marlins say play on, and we will as well. Summer's on, and with Marlins baseball, the fun is just getting started. Stay cool under our roof with nonstop entertainment for the whole family. Rain or shine, we're here to play. Play all summer with the Miami Marlins. Your home for family. Season long. Miami Marlins baseball is presented by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito. And by the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. Rocky Mountains off in the distance. Hazy Monday night. It's breezy here in Denver. Temperatures dropping. I'd say it was more typical summer day here today. Gets up into the mid to high 80s during the day. Temperatures will drop when the sun goes down.
No humidity. Very dry.
Right. Troy Johnson leads off the bottom of the 6th. And here we go again. We find ourselves amidst a Sandy Alcantara start when he doesn't have his best stuff. But he has an opportunity to work 6 innings here tonight. At one point the Marlins trailed 5-2, but they got 4 in the top of the 5th. And at least at this very moment, he's in position to win this game in his 6th consecutive decision this month. There's a strike, 3-1.
You're saying it. I've said it all game. You got to just utilize that four-seam fastball. The cutter's not really doing what he wants it to do. Staying open. Even some of the sinkers, even though that last one was a good one. So most of them, he's just staying open on them, kind of pushing it away from a lefty into a righty.
And the tying run is aboard. And let's get you a word from Warder Hoffman, Greg, and Garcia.
Winning doesn't just happen by accident. At WHG, we know every case is earned before you ever step inside the courtroom. WHG, preparation wins.
Here's Karros, who's 2 for 2 against Sandy tonight. Double, 2 RBIs, and a run scored for Karros, who's now got 25 runs batted in on the season. OPS right around league average. Spins him out of the way.
I'm pretty surprised, though, that the Marlins don't really have anybody going and getting loose in the bullpen. There's guys moving around. There's guys working on their arms. But nobody's really on the mound yet throwing.
Broken back ground ball goes foul outside of third. The right-hander Antonio Senzatella, who is loosening. Brandon Mann just got off the phone in that Marlins bullpen, and Michael Peterson hopped out of his chair. Got to be on your toes here at Coors Field. Those bullpen guys can get caught up in the scenery and the shrubbery. Now Cade Gibson is up with him. The landscape out there will lull you to sleep, Gabby.
It will.
You feel like you're in the wilderness out there, and all of a sudden the phone rings. You got to get loose.
It's one of the coolest batters eye. You got ivy on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
The trees.
There's ball 3 on Karros. Look at that beautiful shot. Double-barreled action.
Little waterfall. That's pretty.
If you've never been out there, it is really cool. There are even there's animal traps out there too. Yeah, there is. 3-1. Broke his bat, pops it up outside of third. I think the wind is going to push us into the seats, and it will.
What animals are out there? Like raccoons or something?
Whether it, squirrels, I don't know, rabbits.
Huh.
But because it is so foresty out there, if they get into the building, they try to make it home. And when they trap them, they'll just take them on the outskirts of town and release them. But that, yeah, there's some animal traps out there in case they sneak in. Try to call Coors Field home.
It's a cool batter's eye.
Yeah, it is. It's great. It's a great building. 3rd oldest ballpark in the National League, 10th oldest in baseball. Opened up in 1995. 31 years old is Coors Field. Rockies played their first 2 seasons at Mile High Stadium. I don't know if this still holds, but they set an all-time MLB attendance record with almost 5 million or 4.5 million fans in their inaugural campaign. It's amazing. The Rockies' first year in town at Mile High Stadium drew almost 4.5 million fans. Now, for a ball club that has really struggled, they still kind of hover right around 3 million fans a year. See a nice crowd tonight. 3-2. Well, I lost it. It's in the air out towards right center, and Hernandez is there. It's a high sky right now. Off the bat, I didn't see it. It sent Hernandez back towards the track. There's one away.
Got your glasses on, Tom?
Yeah.
This is where Sandy right here. Pour yourself a nice little ground ball. Double play, get out of this inning.
It is dusk here in Denver. Here is Tovar 0 for 1. Swing at a pop-up.
That one I lost. Oh, there it is.
Javi never lost it, 2 away. And Sandy's trying to work around the leadoff walk he issued to Johnston.
Oh, these are high skies.
Right? Yeah. Especially with the bright LED lights. Once it kind of gets up there in the sky, the color that it is right now, it can be tough this time of night. See that? It's a very similar kind of hue as those LED lights. So it gets up there above that 3rd level here at Coors Field. That can be tough to find. And here is Julien, who's 1 for 1. He walked in the 2nd, doubled in the 4th. He had a leadoff double in the 4th. Rockies didn't cash that in because he was immediately doubled off of 2nd on a line out by McCarthy, who's on deck. The pitch number 94 for Sandy. Here it comes. Here's a quick snap throw to first. And Johnson just got back in. Well, you better be on your toes when Joe Mack is catching.
I mean, Joe, he gets rid of the ball so quick. You take one extra bounce, and you might be in trouble. Joe Johnson did everything right, too. You see him sliding. Where is he? In the back end of the first base. Making a tougher tag for Stowers.
Julien will challenge. It was a late call by the home plate umpire and then a late challenge by Julien.
It's close.
It's a ball.
Call's overturned. Contra has 2 remaining.
I missed by about almost half inch.
Yeah, it's close. And the other thing is, too, is it's 97 miles an hour coming in. Like, that's really tough. And you have a catcher behind home plate that does a phenomenal job of making everything look like a strike.
And there's ball 4. That's the 2nd walk of the inning issued by Sandy Alcantara, who tonight looks to become the 3rd pitcher in club history to go 6-0 in a calendar month. It's a feat that's been accomplished by only Jose Fernandez and Chris Hammond. Through 5 June starts, Sandy 5-0 with a 2.60 ERA. Here comes his manager, Clayton McCullough. It's a very slow walk to the mound.
It's going to be interesting. This
One
is going
that
to be
leads me to believe he might ask Sandy how he's feeling.
Yeah, how you feeling? Do you want me to go? I can go. Everybody's ready to, to be out there. And he's going to go for him. Bring in the righty.
Pretty quick. So Sandy's night is over. May very well still be in line for a victory. Call to the bullpen. We'll be right back.
Next week. All right. Good night. Good night.
Now back with you in Denver. Live from Coors Field for game 1 of a 4-game series tonight between the Marlins and the Rockies. Marlins lead by a run. Clayton McCullough does not let Sandy Alcantara face Jake McCarthy for a 4th time tonight. It'll instead be Michael Peterson, who's making his 34th appearance of the season, Gabby.
And Clayton McCullough, I mean, even with having a lefty warming up, he didn't care. He's going to go with his stud, with the guy that he trusts, especially in these type of situations. Michael Peterson to get this out.
He's facing McCarthy for the 3rd time in his career. He struck him out on 3 pitches on March 29th in Miami. And he came after him with a first pitch fastball. It's knocked foul off to the left, 0-1. McCarthy doubled home a pair of runs in the 2nd. After he popped out in the 1st, lined into a double play in the 4th. Batting average is right where it was to start tonight at .304. Check swing, we will appeal. And they say he did not go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Clayton knew just a little bit of history between these two. See if Peterson can dial it up with that fastball. He's got the hardest heater in that bullpen. 1-1 coming. Coming back our way, 1-2, and he did come after him with that fastball.
And that's the thing. I feel like this is a situation where we've talked to Clayton McCullough a whole bunch, where certain innings where he feels like this could be the game, he's going to bring in his trusted guys.
Well, they're having a good laugh about something there on the bench. Not me. I find this to be rather stressful. 1-2. Big old bouncer to second. Piece of cake for Xavier Edwards, and Peterson strands a pair. Marlins still lead by a run.
Pirate.
Boat.
Well, cheers to America. Make sure you join the Marlins for a red, white, and brew on Saturday, July 11th. When the Marlins take on the Guardians. Drink around the USA and sample 7 different American beers before the ball game. You can get your tickets by visiting marlins.com/brew. It's an expansive wilderness of rural Denver, Colorado. Antonio Senzatella is coming out to pitch here for the Rockies. It'll be his 25th appearance of the year. How about this? He's a perfect 8-0 with a 2.28 ERA.
Got 6 different pitches that he likes to utilize. Has a good four-seam fastball, too. Another guy that can be in the upper 90s with that fastball.
Well, when Casey is going to pinch hit for Esteury Ruiz, he shoots the first one that he sees foul. There's the season numbers for Owen: 9 homers, 43 RBIs. One of those homers, a rather big one on that Sunday afternoon in late March against the Rockies. And that's a little humpback liner in the right. Well, it's the second time tonight that Clayton McCullough has called upon a pinch hitter. This one not nearly as dramatic as the 600-foot homer by Conine in the 5th, but this is a leadoff base hit by Casey here in the 7th.
That's his 6th hit, too, against the Rockies so far this season. He was 5 for 10 back at home, 1 for 1 here.
Leadoff base runner. There's Griff. He's 3 batters away. He's in the hole.
Let's see the Marlins can get a couple more here. Give himself a little bit of breathing room.
Hernandez doubled and scored back in the 2nd. Then he walked in the 3rd. Spins out of the way of that. Changeup from Senzatella, the 31-year-old right-hander out of Venezuela. He, like many other native Venezuelans, pitching and playing with a very heavy heart. Hernandez flies one to right. Johnston going back, and he makes the catch. There's one away. You missed it earlier, by the way. A very, very kind donation by Marlins principal owner Bruce Sherman and the Marlins front office, donating $100,000 to relief efforts in Venezuela. Senzatella's had a nice career. This is his 203rd career appearance. He was a starter for a long time, including 23 starts last season. Look at the Marlins in-game box score. Lopez with a couple of hits, a homer. Conine a 3-run homer. That's the difference in this ball game right now. Griff is on deck. Stowers is at the plate. And Kyle tonight has been on base twice. He also struck out in the 3rd. Sean Sullivan went 4 2/3, allowed 5 runs on 6 hits. And he clobbers that on a line to right. Johnson's going back, looking up. It hits off the out-of-town scoreboard. He plays the carom perfectly. Stowers safe at second with a double. And because it was played so well by Johnson and right, Casey can only go 1st to 3rd. But still the Marlins in business here in the 7th.
I'll tell you what, though, Casey read that right. As soon as that ball got hit, he was off and running. Stowers, my goodness, crushes this one. That's 109.3 miles an hour off the bat. Got that curveball right out in front. Hit that one extremely hard.
Had too much topspin.
Had too much topspin.
Little backspin. That's up way up there, that home run porch area and right. So there's 2 more men on base for Griffin Conine, who smashed a 3-run homer in the 5th. The infield is in. Griffin is playing here in game 1 of a 4-game series, but the way things have gone in his very early and young career here at Coors Field, he may never want to leave here. Every time he barrels up a baseball at Coors Field, it seems to go a long way. A very good eye, lays off a changeup. Here's the Homer, the StatCast version of it, and Gabby is.
It's not true.
He's appealing this.
I'm appealing 433. That's ridiculous.
Well,
ball
even that graphic.
You said 600. Closer to 600
right.
than 433.
You know, even the StatCast version of the graphic does not show the ball hitting the facing of the third deck. Right?
That's why it messed up. It was like, oh, that's where it hit. Yeah, sorry, that's on us. Griff's going to have to appeal it.
Well, we move on. It won't make any difference in arbitration, I promise. Still went a long way.
Well, this is where if you're Griff, though, got to try to get this one and put it in play. Infield's in. Put something in play here. Nice eye.
2-2.
Senzatella against lefties. He will rely on that fastball cutter mix. Those are the two main pitches he throws against left-handed hitters.
Ball 3.
I mean, there is a base open.
Yeah, there is. And Marcy is on deck.
And he
guy that's really struggling.
Now, not easy to double up Marcy.
Yeah.
But there is that thought process. But if you're Griffin Conine, though, you got to be ready to swing the bat here.
Ball 4.
Good at bat.
Yeah, it is. It's because it felt like Senzatella kind of had him right where he wanted him. He was ahead of the count 1-2, and then he lost him.
Great at bat there. That's professional.
The Marlins sorely missed Griffin Conine, I will say that. And now they have the bases loaded with one out for Jacob Marcy, who could bust out of a funk here in a big way. 0 for 3 tonight, 2 for 15 on the road trip. Things not going well, but the one thing that we continue to come back to is it just feels like even amidst a season worth of struggles for Jacob, he continues to give the Marlins professional ABs. He kind of snap out of this right here.
We do want to see him be a little bit more aggressive. Sometimes you just see him be a little bit too passive, especially early on in counts. He's getting good pitches to hit. He's just not pulling the trigger. Right now you're in a situation where if you get a good pitch to hit, you want to be ready for it.
Bases loaded, double play depth is the middle infield. Marcy just 5 for his last 35 at the plate as he takes a fastball right down the middle of the plate for strike 2.
Man, that's what we're talking about. When you're indecisive, you're in between.
And it's been that way all year.
Yeah.
Outside of a really good series in Tampa Bay, it feels like he has been caught in between a lot this season. Now he's got to fight out of it. 1-2. Late on that cutter, but he does stay alive. It's the 8th career appearance for Senzatella against the Marlins. He's got a lifetime .470 ERA against Miami. Facing him for the 2nd time this year, but prior to this year, he hadn't seen him since 2022.
It's a good timeout.
When you take a fastball down the middle of the plate like that, does that lead you to believe he's just guessing?
Yes. Or he's trying to look location. Maybe he's looking up and that fastball was going to be down a little bit, so he's not looking down. He wants to look up to get something elevated in the air.
2-2.
But for the most part, when you're taking fastballs, you're guessing. You're guessing off speed, and that's what you're looking for, and then all of a sudden the fastball goes, and you weren't looking for that pitch. But when things were going rough for me, I had to hit off the fastball.
Gotcha. And another pop-up outside of third. Long way to go for everybody, and sliding and making a terrific grab is Karros. Right in front of that Marlins dugout. Now Marcy 0 for 4. And time's getting tougher for the left-handed hitting center fielder for the Marlins. And so with 2 out now, Javier Sanoja will come to the plate.
And Karros had to go a long way to make that play. He slides right in front of the dugout.
Lone Leishman coming out to the mound for the 3rd time tonight. Long conversation on the mound, but this is a rather important one.
Yep.
With the bases loaded and 2 out, Marlins leading by a run. Sanoha coming to the plate. He's 2 for 3 tonight.
And there's no place to put him.
No, there is not, partner. Well, there is. He just wouldn't really like the outcome.
Well, we would love it.
Avi struck out looking, facing Senzatella back in March. Yeah, that's 99, and it's nothing at 1. Strike 2. Cutter. He goes fastball at 99 and a 92-mile-an-hour cutter. And a pair of Venezuelans facing off here in the 7th.
Man, he can expand up if he wants to with that fastball.
Marlins could use a big 2-out base knock right here. Well, good news for the Marlins is that they've already put themselves in a position tonight to come back for the 17th time this season. There's ball 1.
Very nice take.
Zach Agnes is loosening.
Here's Sanoha. You got to be looking fastball too.
Swing at a line drive. That's a fair ball rolling down the right field line. It might clear him. 2 runs have scored. Here comes Conine around third. Here's a throw to the plate. It's not in time. Javier Sanoha clears the bases, and it gives the Marlins a 9-5 lead here in the 7th.
Oh, big time hit. Said he's got to be looking fastball. Boy, he got a 99-mile-an-hour fastball off the plate. And all he wanted to do was just put a little bit of barrel. It's not going to be a hard swing. Just made contact. Good things are going to happen. Look where this pitch is. Off the plate, but just smack it that way. Stay on it, drive it perfectly down that right field line. How about Griff Conine, too? From first base, on his horse, scoring. Huge at-bat for Sanoha.
And here is Joe Mack. That is the first triple of the season for Javi. And it gives the Marlins some insurance and a little bit of breathing room here in the 7th. If Sanoha gets another shot, he'll be a homer shy of the cycle. He has singled, he has doubled, he has tripled.
And again, we always talk about it, the bottom of the lineup coming up big. Javi Sanoha usually is one of those guys in the bottom of the lineup that comes up clutch for the Marlins.
Marlins a homer shy of the cycle here in the 7th. They've singled, doubled, and tripled. Mack with a bouncing ball, left side. Eats up Karros, who spins and fires the first, not in time. It's an infield RBI single for Joe Mack. Look at the wheels on the rookie catcher. And it's a 4-run 7th inning for Miami.
Oh, that's beautiful there.
As soon as it ate up Karros, he didn't have much of a chance.
Well, the thing was is where that ball was hit, where Karros was playing, so he had to go back to go get it, because if he tries to come up, he's going to put himself in a position to be an in-between hop. So he has to move back to go get it. As soon as he took that jab step back, you knew that Joe Mack was going to have a chance to beat it out, and boy, did he.
Well, Warren Schaefer has seen enough of Antonio Senzatella. He's going to go back to his bullpen for the 3rd time tonight. We'll step aside here on Marlins.tv. Marlins leading 10-5.
It's more you bring. Jameson, it's what you bring. Official whiskey of Major League Soccer.
Now, Yuri Perez on the mound for the Marlins tomorrow. Back in March, he took on these Rockies. Went 7 innings and allowed 3 runs, all earned on 5 hits. 8 strikeouts in that game for Yuri. He'll make his 14th start of the season tomorrow. His 4th career start against Colorado. He had a whale of a start here some years back. He had a ton of strikeouts as Otto Lopez spins out of the way of a Zach Agnos sweeper. It's 1-0. Yuri is hollering at Otto.
He's hollering at someone.
Otto Lopez 2 for 4 tonight with a homer and a double. And he flies this one to left. By the way, his homer in the 5th was his 3rd career homer leading off an inning, not his 1st career leadoff homer. 10-5 Marlins lead, a 4-spot here in the 7th. Their second 4-run inning tonight. Let's go to the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Celsius.
And welcome to the stretch presented by Celsius Energy Drinks. A lot of high fives in front of me here in the Marlins dugout on a wild night. At Coors Field usually gets a little crazy. It is. Marlins now doubling up Colorado 10-5 in the ball game. They were trailing though in the 5th inning. They had not hit a home run on this road trip despite winning 2 out of 3 in St. Louis. But they did in the 5th inning, and it was Otto Lopez who was the first man up for the Marlins, hitting his 2nd home run in 5 games. This led off the 5th inning, going the other way too, 394 feet, and that made it 5-3 as Otto Lopez hit his 7th of the year. But then with 2 on 2 out, Clayton McCullough goes to the bench, gets the favorable matchup, and what a hit for Griffin Conine. A 3-run shot. That's the 8th 3-run homer for the Marlins this year and the 3rd longest homer for the Marlins this season, 433 disputed feet. Marlins lead it. Let's take some time to get back to Marlins baseball now after a quick work provided by our friends at Celsius.
Good. You get Celsius real quick.
Come on, bro. Let's go.
All right, Craig, thank you very much. Stay tuned. Craig will be back with us on the Marlins postgame show coming up shortly, and hoping to continue to trend towards a happy postgame show. Marlins got 2 in the 2nd. They immediately coughed up 3 in the bottom of the 2nd, gave up 2 more in the 3rd. They trailed 5-2, but then they got 4 in the 5th and 4 more in the 7th. They are doubling up the Rockies as we go to the last of the 7th, 10-5. Michael Peterson, who relieved Sandy and got the final out in the 6th, begins the 7th, and he starts off Mickey Moniak with a slider. That's strike 1. Owen Casey is now in right field for Miami. So a little history between Michael Peterson and Mickey Moniak. And some history that Michael Peterson would probably like to forget, but we don't. Mickey took him deep last September.
Well, I'll tell you this, Peterson, he doesn't forget either.
No.
And I guarantee you that what he wants to do right now is go ahead and punch a ticket.
Well, he's ahead of him 0-2.
And do it on 3 pitches to make it even better.
That slider just missed. And Roberto Hernandez in left. That was the show me 55-foot bouncing slider. Just changing a little eye level here, Gabby.
Yeah, go right to the fastball here.
Told ya! He's changing eye level. He strikes him out. When you show somebody a 50-foot slider and then go upstairs with a 99-mile-an-hour heater, it'll confuse you.
I mean, that was up there, too.
Yeah, it was.
That's Peterson saying, here's my fastball. You're looking for it. That's the one they hit for the home run. See if you can catch up to this one.
And the verdict is in, and he could not. Here's Hunter Goodman, who by his standards has had a fairly quiet night. He's going to win this challenge. He is 1 for 3 with a double in the 3rd that they did not do anything with. Paul Clemens is saying, was that high? Hunter's like, yeah, it was high.
It's up there.
Those catchers know, man.
And that's the thing, too, that you go back there and guess what? You're going to have to talk to him the next inning going, how are you calling that on me? Hunter Goodman, 12 home runs so far this month.
How many?
13.
10-6. That was 442.
Yeah, that ball was well struck. Can't fall behind a guy like Hunter Goodman because he'll be chasing that fastball. Boy, did he ever. And actually, with that fastball, he now holds the record for most home runs prior to July 1st.
In Rockies franchise history?
Rockies franchise
How
history.
about that? He was already the first Rocky to reach 25 homers prior to the break since Cargo in 2013, who had 25. And Hunter Goodman is letting Kyle Schwarber know he's thinking about him. He's a heck of a ball player. Oh boy. Just going to hang up for Marcy. He's drifting. It stays in the yard. Boy, the way that sounded off the bat.
It sounded a lot better than the exit velocity.
Yeah, you're right.
Saw.
He left his bat at 100 miles an hour, but the launch angle, he just got too far underneath it.
Yep. Marcy does it right, goes back to the wall. You see the hand out, making sure that he knows where the fence is, makes the play. Oh.
Peterson's like, what on earth?
Yeah, he's not.
He's probably upset with himself.
Yeah.
So with 2 outs, here is Cole Carrig, who is a participant with Team Israel in the World Baseball Classic this year. He was 2 for 15 in the World Baseball Classic, had an RBI. A very proud member of Team Israel. So lost in the shuffle of all this, there's so much to talk about, including the Marlins with an opportunity to start this road trip 3-1. But of singular individual performances, Sandy Alcantara stands to become the 3rd pitcher in club history to go 6-0 in a calendar month. Stowers has got that liner. And the side is retired. Hunter Goodman with a solo shot is 26 of the year. It's 10-6.
Mouthful. Arby's, we have the meat.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Miami Marlins. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts or descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Miami Marlins. It's the hustle and bustle of Denver, Colorado. We are in what they call Lodo. Lower downtown. Coors Field, game 1 of a 4-game series. Edwards facing Agnos. So X tonight, 1 for 4. Agnos, a righty out of Haymarket, Virginia. This one is ticketed for the seats. Row 4.
God, you know,
hey, Dinger.
You know what we're starting to see? There is Dinger. Look at him.
Ain't he cute?
You know what
that's his best side.
You know what we're starting to see a lot more of too, especially with bullpen guys. Bullpen guys used to come out and it used to be, you know, fastball, slider, changeup, 3 pitches, or fastball, curveball, whatever it might be.
Nicely done by Agnos to field this position. X is out.
But now you see guys who are basically like converted starters who are now in the bullpen, and now guys have 6, 7 pitches that are coming out of the bullpen that you didn't have to deal with before. Agnos was talking about forcing fastball, cutter, sweeper, slider, sinker, split finger. Like the arsenal now that's coming out of the bullpen, guys just have more. That's why hitting is not easy.
If you can hear, and there is a tarps off section forming in the upper far reaches of Coors Field. They are more than a mile high.
Some of them are. Some of them are below, and some are right at.
You hear the palpable buzz. They have broke out in USA chants. This is cued towards third. Karros with a long throw to first, not in time. Casey will take it.
Well, I tell you what, Casey can move for a big man.
Yeah, and Karros continues to be tested over there. Take a couple looks here.
Hey, this is a lefty who hits, and he's off and running. And Karros does everything right, throws on the run, throws it over there, but just Casey can pick him up and put him down. Hey, he is fast.
Yeah, he can run.
He could book it.
Yeah.
Well, I need to see what that one is. You want to guess?
Like sprint speed?
Yeah.
No idea.
Sprint speed 29.7.
That's nothing.
You got that?
Oh God, yeah.
In a car or with Tom and Jerry?
Foot.
You walk fast. I will give you that.
Thank you, Gabby. It's a feather in my cap. That's another. I can't help but think when you see the infield singles like that, and the Marlins have piled up so many this year, just how frustrating they are to play. You know, they slug the ball like they have tonight. And I have meant this on several occasions in a very positive manner. They are such a nuisance if you're the opposition. They just, there's nothing ever comes easy. There's stolen bases. There's little weakly hit dribblers, excuse me, check swings, guys reaching for balls out of the zone. They are just a total pain in the rear end to play, which is why, and you and I have talked about this, I do find that this is going to be very sustainable for the Marlins this year.
I would agree. You look at the Marlins, they lead the league in stolen bases. And the only team with 4 guys with double-digit stolen bases. That's the way that they play.
Right.
And it's a way that they can continue playing. So what do they have? They have a lot of athletes. They have guys that can run.
Yeah.
Put the ball in play. Good things will happen. We've talked about that plenty. Well, why? Because they've been showing us that.
It's a winning formula for the skipper.
Yeah. And it's a formula that, you know, everybody has bought into and everybody believes.
There goes Casey, and there is ball 4. And again, no lead is ever too big here at Coors Field. So if the Marlins can get more here in the 8th, you take them. And remember, too, a few batters away is Javier Sanoja, who is a homer shy of the cycle, and we are guaranteed to see Javi again. Well, not necessarily. If Hernandez bounces into a double play.
No, even if it's a double play, he's still coming on. The only way is if all of a sudden he picks 2 guys off.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Then it would be an issue, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah. If we have multiple pickoffs here, we have a lot to discuss. We might have to play commercial free going to the bottom of the 8th, right?
Be nice for Stowers to unload on one here.
Yeah, I agree. Hit one really well in the 7th, just had too much topspin. That's a foul ball.
All over it, too.
Yeah. Stowers has been on base 3 times tonight. He's 1 for 2. He's hit by a pitch and scored in the 2nd. Walked and scored in the 5th. Doubled and scored in the 7th. The box score is just littered with hits for the Marlins tonight and runs. They have 10 runs on 13 hits. Warren Schaefer seems to be taking exception to Quinn Wolcott's foul ball call there at first.
You can't challenge it.
No.
Going out there and try to see, like, hey, I thought that ball was fair.
Never in the history of the game, at least from my recollection, has a manager talked him out of it.
Yeah.
And that tarps off section in the upper reaches of the ballpark continues to grow. Stowers yanks that foul. Well foul, 1 and 2. Zach Agnos was a 10th round pick of the Rockies in 2022 out of East Carolina University. That is picked at first. Here's a throw back towards first. That's a double play. Hernandez was not aware they got the out at second. That's a double play that ends the inning. Miami Marlins baseball is brought to you by the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. Night has fallen here in Denver, and the Marlins have a 4-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th. 8th inning scoreboard is brought to you by Warner, Hoffman, Gregg, and Garcia. So here we go to the bottom of the 8th, and here is Calvin Fauché, who's pitching a little bit closer to home in California here at Coors Field. Troy Johnston lifts the first offering he sees here in the inning, the left. And in foul territory, Heriberto Hernandez catches out number 1. Well, if you want to take home a piece of Marlins history, you can. Don't miss the Legends Pin Series on Saturday, July 11th at 4:10. Your ticket includes a Legends level seat and a limited edition Charles Johnson collector's pin. You get your tickets at marlins.com/pin series. You don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss the Marlins in general. Come out to the ballpark, come out to the yard, get yourself a pin to boot.
It's a very cool pin.
Yeah, they are. I'm not a pin guy, even I want one. I'm not a pin collector, I even want one, Gavin.
You got any yet?
No.
You still didn't get any? We'll try to get you one.
Graham Pauley is now at third for Miami, and Javier Sanoja has gone to right. So Owen Casey is out.
The all-hand
is that
has gone out there.
Well, Sanoja doesn't have a lot of experience in right field. Did something happen to Casey? He singled.
Yeah, he singled, and he was at second. Legged out this infield single, and he was on second on that double play.
One. I hope everything's okay with Owen. Won't speculate any further, but Sanoja, right field is one of the positions he's not played a whole lot of. Well, he's got a smile on the dugout, so. Chopper to third. Pauley sets his feet, fires a strong throw to first in time to get Karros. There's 2 out. You know, I have to wonder if making that move is because the ballpark is so big, Sanoja might be a little bit quicker to run things down.
I agree with that one too. And Sanoja's not going to be coming out of this ball game, right? Because they want to give him a shot to see if he can put one in the seats. But you are right. I mean, it is a very big outfield. So, no, I mean, I don't know, though. Casey can run.
He can.
Casey can pick him up and put him down. We just saw the sprint speed.
I'm just glad Casey's hanging over the railing, just chit-chat. So, kind of rule out anything being wrong there. So this is the 3rd career appearance for Sanoja in right field. All of which have come this year. He's even made a start out there. Weakly hit ground ball goes foul off the bat of Tovar. It's 0-2. That's 7 pitches here in the bottom of the 8th inning for Calvin Fauché, who comes in with an ERA just a little south of 3.5. Calvin's got a birthday approaching in a couple of months, mid-September, as we head towards the end of the year. He'll turn 31 on September 22nd.
People whose birthdays in September are really cool people.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Lofted to right. No problem for Javi, who's coming to the plate in the 9th. He's got a chance to do something that's been done only 2 other times in franchise history. That would be hit for a cycle. We'll see if he can do it when we return.
Wendy's Minions and Monsters meal. Minions and Monsters. Only in theaters July 1st.
Well, Marlins trying to improve to 19-6 here in the month of June. They are the best team this month in baseball. They lead the Rockies by 4 as we go to the top of the 9th. And here is Griffin Conine facing Agnos. Conine, Marcy, Sanoja. All eyes will be on Javier Sanoja here in the ninth. He is lingering down there in the dugout. He is a homer shy of the cycle. And that, at least here, is probably a bit easier, I would venture to guess, than the triple. Although, maybe not because we're here, right? So it's like, we'll see.
He's going to be swinging for a homer.
His best shot's going to be to left field.
Yeah, he's going to definitely be trying to pull pitches here.
Generally, the hardest part of the cycle is the triple.
I would agree with that.
He's got that one out of the way. But again, it's a little bit easier to get one here than it is most places. Anyway, Conine hit the 3-run homer in the 5th. He walked and scored in the 7th. He is facing a 2-2 count here in the 9th.
Ooh. He's taking some good rips.
He knows. And if he doesn't, he will.
No, everybody knows.
He'll know momentarily.
Yes.
You'll know by the
first
by the hack you see. There's ball 3. For Conine to hit the 3-run homer in the 5th and now have a couple of full counts after that shows me a lot too.
Yeah. He had a good walk his last AB too.
You hit one where he hit one. I'd understand if he swung at the next 6 pitches he saw to see if he could do one better. But I mean, he's demonstrating terrific plate discipline here.
Staying in the strike zone. Oh, he's just missing.
Yes, he did. It's a tough cutter, though.
Yep, very tough cutter.
Marlins trying to improve back to 5 games over 500 here tonight, and to 17 and 23 on the road. And he struck him out. One away here in the 9th. First strikeout for Agnos. Here's Marcy, who's 0 for 4. 2 for 16 on the trip. Just 5 for his last 36 at the plate. You do have to wonder, as Pete Fairbanks is loosening, even though it's a 4-run game, it will be just as good as a save opportunity. It's just not easy to get outs here. Marcy flies one in the air to left. You do have to wonder, Gabby, if the struggles persist for Marcy, if they do think about platooning him a little more, maybe giving Esteury Ruiz some more starts in center field.
Sometimes taking a couple days off to kind of recalibrate.
Yeah.
Helps hitters and helps players. Because every single day you're just going, and every single day it's just bad.
That'll help, but he is as unlucky as they come. 0 for 5, and that was blistered to first at 106. So with 2 outs, here comes Javier Sanoja with an opportunity to collect the franchise's 3rd ever cycle. First done by Arise in 23. The second done by Edwards in 24 in Milwaukee. Arise did it in Philadelphia. Javi with a chance to do it here in Colorado. And just watch a few of these swings.
I tell you what, though.
It's the most hardy hack the kid's ever taken in the show.
And they gave him a pitch.
Yes, they did.
They gave him a pitch.
They did.
They said, we're going to go with the fastball and let's see what you do. And boy, he was taking a hack.
That'll cost you an oblique. You better be careful.
He's got 1 more left. He's got 2 more left.
Yes, he does.
You know he's going to try. And I love that he's trying too.
Yeah. Oh. Shallow fly ball right field. Marlins go quietly here in the 9th. Pete Fairbanks will enter when we return. Marlins lead game 1 of this 4-game series in Denver against the Rockies 10-6. As we go to the last of the 9th. Pete Fairbanks will toe the rubber here in Coors Field for the 2nd time in his career. He's making his 27th appearance of the year. Fairbanks pitched here back in 2024. He is facing the Rockies for the 8th time in his career. So Sandy to Peterson to Fauché. Edouard Julien sees a fastball for a strike to start the inning. Julien 1 for 1, couple of walks and a double. There, strike 2, with Julien will challenge.
Well, they have 2.
Looked like a ball from where I'm sitting.
Looked like a ball to me too. Boy, Barry.
Pitch the ball, come out to left.
Pretty good pitch.
Yeah.
So don't forget, there's a win in it here for Sandy. Chance to improve to 6-0 here in the month of June. So the underlying storyline, I suppose you could say, in this one tonight.
It's only the 3rd Marlins pitcher to do so.
Yeah.
If he's able to, this game's able
to get 3 more outs.
Just 3 outs left.
2-2. The last few outings for Fairbanks, I think he'd tell you maybe a little snake bit. He thought some of the balls that were lifted in the air back home at Lone Depot Park had no business leaving the yard. He's allowed home runs in 3 of his last 5 outings. He's allowed runs in each of his last 2. He has seen his ERA balloon to 6.75. And the Rockies begin the bottom of the 9th inning with a base hit to left.
This is where your Fairbanks, it's just about grinding these outs. Went with the slider, it just stayed up enough.
And a base hit into right center for McCarthy, who's on his way to second. Boy, he can fly. That's a double. He got to second base in the blink of an eye.
I mean, he never hesitated. He didn't slow down. As soon as he hit that ball, it seemed like he knew it was going to be a double. Not a very well hit baseball, just hit it into the right spot. But he knew it. Marcy has to go a long way to get to this baseball.
And Fairbanks just needs to worry about outs right now. Not that he's not trying to collect them, but the base runners really mean nothing. The tying run has come out to the on-deck circle. Here is Moniak, who swings and misses. Moniak 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts and a pair of flyouts. Hunter Goodman's on deck. This is a big out. And I mean, this is a very big out, because Hunter Goodman is not the guy you want to see come sauntering towards the plate with a chance to tie it. And Fairbanks is quickly ahead of Moniak. No balls and 2 strikes. You get him here, Goodman can only do so much. 0-2. It's a lovely pick by Joe.
Well, we see Joe Mack do that all the time. Just such soft hands behind home plate.
Fairbanks trying to work himself in and out of trouble here in the 9th. Ground ball hit weakly to second. That'll work. Marlins will gladly exchange a run for an out. Julien scores from third. McCarthy goes to third. Moniak collects an RBI. And again, here comes Hunter Goodman, Gabby, but he can only do so much damage here.
Right. I mean, that if he does hit one out, Marlins still have a 1-run lead. But what's crazy enough is when you kind of look at Hunter Goodman's numbers, because you would think that at home his numbers should be crazy, but they're not. On the road, he has 18 of those 26 home runs. How crazy is that?
That would lead me to believe that when he's here at home, he's desperately trying to smash homers.
Yeah, he's trying to hit everything as hard and far as he can.
So coming into the game tonight, he was hitting below 200 at home.
Yes.
It's like he gets on the road, he just simplifies things a little. Here's the 0-1. Marlins still do have one challenge remaining. Keep that in mind here in the ninth. An earned run allowed by Fairbanks means that his ERA is back over 7 this season. Struggling in his last 3 outings. Swing and a miss. Now, you mentioned this earlier. Goodman is a candidate to strike out if he makes some quality offerings,
especially with the split. Right, you can get him to chase. He's trying to hit a home run every single time he goes up there. We've talked about that. He did get one here today. But that also will say that he will chase pitches out of the zone.
.10-7 here in the last of the ninth. 1-2. Missed badly up and away. You know, last time the Rockies erased a 4+ run deficit in the bottom of the 9th inning and won. That was August 1st of last year when they trailed the Pirates 16-12. Ended up winning that ball game 17-60. Got him. And he just blew a fastball right by him. And Fairbanks, not backing down from the slugging Goodman, said, "Here, hit this."
97-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle. Said, "You know what? Enough of everything else. No more cutters and sliders. I'm going to go straight fastball."
And here is TJ Rumfield. Rockies down to their final out. And a fastball is on the corner for a strike, 0-1. Rumfield 1 for 3, batting average now at .295 on the year. Singled and walked in his first 2 plate appearances. It was a nice job by Fairbanks to settle in after the single and double to start this bottom of the 9th. Started to put it to bed with Moniak at the plate, and then a strikeout swinging by Goodman. Rumfield hits one on the ground to first to the backhand of Stowers, and that's going to do it. Sandy Alcantara tonight here at Coors Field becomes the 3rd pitcher in club history to go 6-0 in a calendar month. The Marlins improved to 3-1 on the road trip. 7 consecutive wins now against the Rockies.